Editors, welcome to our weekly edits. I'm Ben.
And I'm Hobby.
And we're just a couple of friends talking about our normal everyday lives and making edits along the way.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I hope you guys have had a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still in our same clothes as last time.
Don't ask why.
Don't ask why.
It's been a long week. Well, that and the other clothes you wore for 4 straight weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys are enjoying.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are leaving comments about things that you enjoy, or about things that you want us to change.
Because we always love hearing the feedback. So please keep commenting and sending what you want to hear, what you enjoy hearing, about the length, things like that.
Yeah. Especially about stuff you want us to talk about. We definitely want to just stay true to our community as we're all editing.
Exactly.
You know? That's our goal here, that we're all growing
together. Because as always.
We're always trying to edit, you know?
Yeah. All of us together. It's not just you and I.
Yeah.
Even though, that's where it started with the gym. But, as we talked about for a while, actually, about doing this podcast, that's basically our heart and our mission is to build that community of all of us growing together.
Yeah.
And making those edits.
And creating a space where you can see kind of what the life is like for a real normal everyday human being, you know?
And trying to keep it real as well. One of the comments you made about our last video was about how I just admitted I don't know how to do the work-life balance well, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to do. Excuse me. That's what we're here to do.
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And and to do that, we need you guys. You know, to keep it real, we need you guys, because to know what you guys need to hear or what you want us to talk about, we need you guys to be part of it, because we all need to be working together. And hopefully you feel comfortable to come into our videos and just listen, learn something about maybe life, learn something about God, how to grow closer to Him, how to grow closer to each other, and just feel comfortable in being vulnerable and open. And that's kind of what we are doing. We're comfortable being vulnerable and open. But, we've had a couple while there where we talk about really deep stuff. So our goal for the last 2 videos is just kind of to just spend some time enjoying time with friendship.
Exactly. A little lighter.
Enjoying time with you guys in our in kind of our normal everyday life of like what we do. And what we want to talk about was our hobbies. Yeah. Which I think is important. Before we go into lighthearted stuff, I think it's really important to have a hobby.
Why do you say that?
Because it helps us like decompress. Yeah. I think a lot of times even the things that we enjoy can become work. So having something that, like, for example, family. Like we enjoy being with family, but sometimes family can be work. Yeah.
Especially my family. But just kidding.
Roasted.
Got him.
So yeah.
Especially my brother. Shout out to
him. He's a faithful listener.
Is he? That's true. He is.
He was the one that called us out.
That's true.
Excuse me.
Yeah. His text was, "It's Tuesday. ...
Where's my video at?"
Thanks.
That's the kind of listeners we need.
Actually, he'll be coming down soon.
Oh,
so we may have to bring him on.
A guest?
Maybe. Will he be the first one? IDK. I don't know. But no, he's a faithful follower.
Yeah. So
we've had a couple that call us out on that.
Yeah, we did. My cousin called us out.
He's a faithful listener too.
Right. Shout out Moises.
Shout out Moises. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's 2.
And he's a commenter too.
That's right.
So hey, we'll shout. That's right.
Commenter.
But actually, there's this guy named Javier.
Yes, I've commented on our own videos.
I haven't even commented.
You haven't even commented.
I haven't. I was gonna comment on the one where we said roast my sister, but I couldn't think of a good roast, at least one to put publicly. So I'm like, I'll save it.
So you guys need to comment so I'm not the only one commenting.
Exactly. Please comment. But no.
So it's good to have hobbies because to decompress, to relax.
Yeah.
Have something that you enjoy. I feel like my hobbies helped me out a lot growing up, like getting through difficult times and stuff like that. So it's definitely good to have hobbies,
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. And I think one that we share together is the gym.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it.
I think that's what sparked our friendship.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for sure. Really grew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grew it into the friendship.
Yeah, because we definitely were friends, but not like
Especially after that whole chair incident.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really wanted to be friends with you. Like the guy who sits in my chair every single day.
Yeah, that was from our first episode that's 2 hours long.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you haven't seen that video.
There's a gold mine in there.
Yes, there is a gold nugget that you will never forget. It was hilarious. So, well, you know what? We're not going to spoil it for you.
That's right. It's just the chair story.
It's the chair story that he's referencing. So if you don't get the reference, you got to watch our long video.
You have to.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. I don't know what more, but it's somewhere.
Last time I checked, there were 22 views.
So we need to see that 23.
Exactly.
Right?
Actually 23. Endure through the video. Not endure.
Yeah, how long do they have to watch? At least press play and just leave it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's somewhere there. I have no idea what time.
I have no idea.
But no, we're trying to watch the length. We're trying to.
Yeah. Yes, keep it short.
Keep it short. Keep it real.
Keep it real.
Keep it short. But no, I think the gym really did bring us together.
Yeah.
Would you say it's a hobby though? Or is it work? Because sometimes, fairly recently, I've been like, bro, I don't want to work out.
But we haven't missed that much.
That much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of helped because we got a third.
Yeah, we got a third friend now working out with us. And I feel like we've only missed, we normally do 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And we almost always do 3.
Almost always. Oh, yeah.
So we sometimes miss one. Yeah. And normally we miss the one that's the easiest one. That's not that.
And the one that we desire to do the most.
Yeah, we try to only skip arm day.
Yeah.
Because with the other exercises, we kind of, I mean, not enough to get the jack arms, but
to look like this.
Yeah, peak specimen.
For sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, normally we try to keep that one towards the end of the week.
Yeah.
Because
that's our Friday day.
Yeah, because we get busier throughout the week.
Yeah.
So we normally miss the arm day, but we try to hit. We always hit chest, and
we always, which I need.
Yeah, like, we do it for you, and for me. I need everything, but we always do chest, and we try to always do legs and deadlift. Mm-hmm. We try to not skip legs ever.
Yeah,
and
because
we
that's
sometimes
the worst
do miss.
Day.
We sometimes when we do only do 2 days. We sometimes miss deadlift.
Yeah,
but
even though that's my favorite one. I think.
Yeah,
I think deadlift's my favorite.
I do like deadlifts.
What's your favorite? Would you say?
Like full body, like kind of like compound movement, like bench, squat, or deadlift.
Yeah,
I think deadlift. I don't like the bench. Kind of messes with my shoulder a little bit. I had a shoulder injury.
You're softy. Oh yeah, shoulder.
I had a shoulder. No, I did.
Yeah,
playing flag football. I know, super lame. But
bro, you got to come up with a better story.
Bro, it was horrible. We were playing flag football, and I ran into this man.
Ran into a wall.
Yeah, this brick wall of a man. Shout out Mr. Forney. That's an old one. I don't know. You're definitely not watching.
I think I met him though.
Yeah, he worked maintenance.
So that tells you right there.
No. The guy literally worked on the railroad. He's like, you know that song? I'm working on a railroad.
Yeah,
he literally
that's him.
That was his job. He worked on the railroad, so the guy was just like very stocky. Like the guy was like, like
he's a tank.
Yeah. Like he wasn't buff, but he was like burly. Like he could get a sledgehammer. You know that trick where you get the sledgehammer, bring it down to your face, and look how cool, and then put it back out without letting it hit your face. Have you seen that? No, you ever seen that? People comment if you've seen that before. Like they'll hold the sledgehammer and they're like this, and they bring it down, they kill it, and then they bring it back up. You haven't seen that?
No.
No. Yes, he could do that.
Wow. I bet I could do that.
No, you definitely can't.
Let's try. Comment down below if you think I can do it.
See us try it. I mean, or see him try it. Because I'm not trying it.
I'll do it if we get. How about this?
How many likes?
5.
That's
we'll be lucky to get 5.
Listen, I normally give 2. so I can create 3.
And I give 1. We're halfway there. Come on, we just need 2 more.
I want to say 15.
I'll do for 20.
20 likes?
I'll do for 15.
All right.
Do it for
if
15.
If we
15
get...
with 5 comments. Your 1 comment.
So we need
all
this.
Right.
All right.
15 likes, 3 comments.
15 likes, 3 comments, and you'll do it on video.
Yes, I'll do it. Maybe in studio.
In studio. See how many things we can destroy. So the guy was like stocky, like firm built dude.
Yeah.
And we were playing flag football, and the QB like lobs it up for like a jump, And like,
they lob it up to you?
No. Like in general,
I didn't mean that to be his whole thing. By the way,
I wasn't.
You're like the shortest guy that's here.
Probably. Not that tall. I'm average. But so it was a lob pass. It was in the air for a long time. So I jump up to try to swat it down. I was on defense.
Oh, okay.
But I jumped up a little early, and then he jumped underneath me and just knocked it out of socket. But then it popped back in without medical like treatment, and I didn't go to hospital or nothing. And it hurt for like forever. Wow. It hurt for like 3 months.
Wow.
And then now every once in a while it still kind of bothers me. But
ouch, that hurts.
Yeah. So
but especially whenever you do the bench.
When we bench heavy and we try to,
I've heard you make those comments. Yeah. I never knew why.
Yeah, that's why. It was a shoulder injury when I was in college. So almost like 5-6 years now ago.
No, dude. I've been here 7 years.
Yeah, I know. But it was like early on in college when it happened.
Well, he wasn't here whenever I moved. So that was before I got here. So it had to be at least 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah. Dude, time
so maybe
flies.
I was definitely in college.
Dude, 4 years ago was COVID 2020.
Do you believe that? But I haven't even been 10 years graduated from high school.
Yeah, you have.
No, I graduated 2014. This will be 10 years.
For real?
Yes.
Wow.
I wasn't in college for 7 years. I was in college for 4 years and a semester.
I crammed 4 years into 7.
No, I was not in college for that long. But you're right. I have been graduated from college like 3 years already. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So it's like 8. You're right. It's closer to 7-8 years. Because I graduated
from
college.
That was before my time.
I graduated from college 2018.
So
yeah, that was already
a while ago.
That was already 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. It was like, I think it was my like sophomore year of college when I got that injury.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And it really hurt when it happened. Like really bad.
I've never dislocated. I've never actually broken a bone either.
Yeah. I don't know if it was officially dislocated, but it hurt.
Felt like it.
It hurt. It actually, I was so injured that because I was working out at that time when I got that injury. So I was still working out. And I was going to the gym. And I was lifting light at the time, just 25s on the side. But I did the 25s on the side for like about 2 or 3 months. And I was like, I normally was lifting by myself. I didn't have that much knowledge. So I was like, I feel comfortable finally going on to the next one. So I finally put a plate on. And
45.
45 for those of you who don't know. And it had been maybe like a few months after the injury. And I went to push up and my shoulder gave out.
And you were all by yourself?
It was at the FIU gym.
Okay. Yeah, but still, like...
But I was working out on my own. Yeah. There was people around me, but I was working out on my own. So it's super embarrassing. But I pushed up, and my shoulder just died. Like, literally, I was there, and it went like this. My left arm was good, and then my right arm just went and died. Like, it collapsed. Like, it fell in my shoulder. And then, like, I got stuck under the bar. It wasn't even heavy. Like, we picked that up all the time now. You know, it wasn't a lot of weight.
Well, you're lifting heavy.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to crush a 45, by the way.
And, I was super embarrassed. Somebody came, saved my life. And then I left the gym.
Good Samaritan.
I did not work out anymore.
That's my type.
I was very embarrassed. But so now I still feel, and in the same shoulder, I still feel sometimes a little slight tinge. So if anybody has any recommendations, let us know. I do have some PT knowledge but I'm too lazy. Good. I'm too lazy to actually do the
but you're knowledgeable in it.
I know about it, but I don't do it.
But it hasn't given you like major problems in the
just a little discomfort, a little discomfort during the heavy lifts. But I mean, I guess that's everybody, right?
Yeah, true.
Especially
that's why I say
at our age.
That's why I say, is the gym really a hobby? But I do look forward to it. I do, especially back whenever we were your brother. It was. You and your brother started wanting to work out, and then I felt like I was just joining in, but it was really fun, just us three, and he kind of dropped down a little after. But I looked forward. True.
Never been back.
Does he even listen to these? Will he hear his passion?
He doesn't listen.
No. But
we can talk bad about him all we want. He won't listen.
Right. But it was really good to. I looked forward just going over all the time our talks and. So it was definitely a hobby.
I think what we do at the gym is our hobby. Like the talking and the hanging out. The actual gym
We used to play games after, remember? We would play chess.
Yes. It was horrible.
Work the body, work the mind.
That's right. We would work out, and then after workout, we played chess for hours.
Yeah.
I don't know,
on a work night, too.
On a work night. I don't know how my wife didn't kill me. She was like, I would be in the gym playing chess till like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning on a work night.
I always just wanted one more game for you to crush me at. Just one more, Abby. Just one more.
No, we were pretty even.
Fun. Yeah, we were.
We're like 60-40.
Yeah. 60 who, 40 who.
Don't make me say it.
Put in the comments who you think is 60 for. Yeah. For sure, hobby.
Yeah, I was a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I wouldn't say it was. It was probably closer 50.
It wasn't that you were crushing me every game, but you did win a majority of them.
I won more often than I lost.
For sure.
But then sometimes you would beat me.
Yeah.
Pretty handily.
Whenever you're slacking.
Yeah.
Caught you slacking.
Yeah.
But that was a hobby. That is a hobby, and this has really become a hobby as well.
Yes.
I look forward to it.
I definitely look forward. I try to make time in my day for our recordings because I think they're fun.
Yeah, I really enjoy them. I enjoy even some of the edits, even though those are kind of getting more and more difficult. I hope you guys like the edits. Yeah. I hope it actually makes sense. But it is kind of fun to see like a finished product, you know?
Yeah. So we're looking for an editor.
Yeah, shout out. If you want to be an editor.
If you want to be an editor on our video.
Jobs posted. It pays.
Zero money. Our love and affection.
Ooh.
That's something.
Who would say no to that?
I wouldn't.
I would.
Firm pat on the back and a thank you. That's right. That's what it's paying.
If you do a good job.
If not, just a firm pat on the back.
Yeah. But no, I really do enjoy our time.
I mean, imagine 2 teachers enjoying talking.
True. Shocker.
I never get tired of hearing the sound of my own voice, so.
I talk to myself in the mirror all the time.
Yeah, and if I'm not talking, I'm listening to my voice in my head, so.
Actually, I will be honest, I play our videos back. Just hearing.
And I enjoy them.
I do too.
Man, this is great.
I catch stuff in there that I'm like, did Javi say that? I don't remember Javi saying that. Yeah. But I'm like, wow, that's good. Yeah. Or that was really funny.
That's why we like our own videos.
True. That's why whenever we comment, these guys are refreshing. It's because we actually are. We refresh ourselves.
So speaking of enjoying hearing myself talk.
Yeah, you did a little bit of talking, didn't you?
I did. So there's a lot of college stories for me here.
Ooh.
But when I was in college, I don't remember his name. But there's this missionary that
it's with Christian college.
Yeah, campus
Bible
campus Bible fellowship or something like that. He's a missionary that he focuses on ministering to college students in FIU. Mm-hmm. And he is one of our church's missionaries. So he does have like a certain relationship with our church. Like he doesn't come to our church, but he does.
Well, he'll come every now and then.
He'll come every now and then. And our church helps support them as they do the work that they're doing at FIU, which is greatly needed. I never really attended the group meetings at the FIU.
When you were a student?
When I was a student, because I had my own group here at the church. But I did, he did reach out to me when like they were doing stuff like passing out Bibles or tracts or whenever he was like on the table at FIU, because FIU people set up tables all the time. I would always go out of my way to make sure I said hi to him and stuff like that. So we knew each other. And actually, crazy story. I got a lot of stories. Sorry, but
I'm all ears.
This reminds me because it's a story that really impacted me actually, and it was me, the guy I'm telling you about, and somebody from the Gideon Bibles. Okay. Is that correct? The people who put the Bibles in the hotels.
In the hotel, yeah.
Yeah. So they
Gideon
went to FIU to pass out Bibles, and I think they were New Testament Bibles, and I heard about it, and I was like, I want to pass out Bibles at FIU. So it was me and 2 old people. I was like, how am I?
How old were you? Or like what year were you?
I was 19, 20. Like it was early. Like it should have been pretty early on. Yeah. I was not like almost done with my
Yeah,
college.
so
I had
pretty
probably
early.
just gotten there, at
Okay.
least a year and a little bit. And I was one of the only young people there. I don't remember there being other young people passing out the Bibles with me. So I was passing them out, and I was like, here's a Bible. And obviously, it's just passing them out. Like, we're not really sitting down having conversations. So I go to give a Bible to a couple, and I go to hand it to the gentleman, and the guy's like, no, I don't want it. It's like, okay, whatever. And then he walks away, and I can still hear them talking.
Yeah.
Eavesdropping. But I can overhear them talking, and I hear the girlfriend say, or the girl that was with him say, why don't you just take it and throw it away? But this wasn't a track. This was the actual word of God, the Bible. And he was like, no, that's not right. Like, even though like I don't want it, it's not right to throw it away. That's like, it's a special,
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what he said, but what he was getting across was like, it's not right to throw that thing away.
Yeah.
Like, even if I don't believe
he knew
it.
he knew enough to respect it.
Yeah, he knew enough to respect it. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. Like, I don't know, that kid has had an encounter with the Lord.
Yeah.
Maybe he's saved, but that was really, really cool to see that he could show respect. So
That's cool.
if you get opportunities to pass out tracts or to pass out a Bible, do it.
For sure.
Have you ever done something like that?
Pass out Bibles
Or in general?
or track. Not that I can remember. Like, actually going out, and the mission trips I've done have all been like work.
Work missions, like building stuff.
Yeah, except, well, the other Dominican trip was with the church here, and we didn't really pass things out. So I've never really gone to the streets and passed stuff out.
Yeah.
So
that reminds me of another story. I'll have to do it another time because.
all right.
But it's a good one.
Just tell it. Just tell
You
it.
tell it?
Please. But tell us. Oh, yeah, they said yes.
They say yeah.
They said yes. Come on.
This is actually a funny one.
All right.
So our youth group, we went to help a new church starting up at the Keys, and what I've heard, I don't know if this is true. If you live in the Keys, that's not. What I've heard is that it can be pretty hard to start churches in the Keys. It's expensive. It's not typically a religious part of Florida, so it can be kind of hard to have church. So we were helping a church kind of get started. Really small church, maybe a few hundred people on a good day, kind of thing. So it was a smaller church, and they had like a smaller location that we're renting out. And one of the things that we went to do was pass out tracts, because they're having some special event, and they wanted us. So it was like a mini mission trip, but down to the Keys.
Yeah.
So they drop us off in the section of the Keys. They gave us a whole bunch of tracts. Excuse me, sorry.
There's a helicopter again.
There it is.
Flashback to the last episode.
And they tell us, go ahead and pass out tracts. I was pretty old already. I was at least a senior in high school, so I was pretty comfortable walking around on my own. So I was walking around this community on my own, and there's nobody. But I was going over. I was still pretty young and dumb. I don't know if this is even legal, but I was like knocking on doors, and nobody would open for me to hand out tracts. So I was like, I'm just gonna stick them in their doors and windows and whatever, move on. So I'm walking through this community. I'm just going up to doors, putting tracts in, knocking, see if anybody answers. But if they don't answer, I just put a track in and keep going.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, no.
About right towards the end of me passing out tracts, a cop pulls up right next to me, and they go, those key cop don't play. They go, hey,
all business.
They go, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm just passing out some tracts. It's just for a church that is open up, and we're just passing out some tracts. He's like, are you going up to the house's doors? I was like, yeah, I'm just going up to doors, knocking, or putting a card in, or putting something in. He's like, okay, that's fine. Just be careful doing that. Like, shouldn't be doing that or whatever. I don't remember exactly what he said. And I was like, did somebody call you? He's like, yeah, someone said that there was a suspicious person walking around. So I got the cops called on me for passing out tracts.
They thought you were suspicious?
They thought I was suspicious.
Wow.
I mean, I literally was going into people's doors. Up to people's doors.
Opening the front door, dropping it inside.
Yeah. So I guess I was suspicious, but
you got the cops called.
I got the cops calling me for passing out tracks. I will never forget that. I was super. And then the funny thing, I was like, "You guys want one?"
No, the police.
And they're like, "No."
That's funny. I've actually had the cops called on me.
For that? For passing out tracks?
No. Have I
I've
told you
been
this
persecuted for passing out tracks. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't joke about that. People are actually persecuted for that, but it was funny.
But you got the cops called on.
I did. Nothing
Have you
happened.
heard my cop story?
I don't know if I have.
No? All right. Well, we'll just tell stories this whole time.
Go ahead.
So, my brother and I, we were doing our natural hobby of wrestling and fighting, like always. We would do it just for fun. Like a lot of times we'd be like, I mean, we were small. I was 16 at the time. I remember specifically. So my brother was like 14, and so we were just fighting, and the fights start playful, like wrestling, and then they turn ugly.
I think I do know this story.
You know what I'm saying? Have I told you
I
this?
think I know it.
Okay.
I don't remember in detail the story, but it sounds familiar.
Okay. So it started out somewhat as a wrestle, but then somebody, I won't mention who, but it wasn't me, starts either pulling hair, pinching, not playing by the rules. You know what I'm saying?
There's rules in wrestling?
Yeah. There are in this house. At our house, you play nice. At least that's what I thought. So then there was like punching and hitting and things like this. So then I remember I was 16 because I had my license and I had a cell phone. That was a rule in the house that in order to get a cell phone, you had to have a job and a license. So my cell phone was a throwback to the old ones that were like this big, had the keypad on it, And the only way to text, if you wanted to text like the letter C, you had to click 2, like 3 times.
Yes.
Shout out to my grandma that whenever she would text, it was like decoding her messages because she wouldn't click enough times.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I had that phone, the open keypad, and mid-fight, I called a timeout. I don't know if that's legal or not, but I called a timeout and said, wait, my phone's in my pocket. So I put the phone down, and then I got attacked, right? Blindsided. You didn't wait for the time in. So then we go back to wrestling. I'm talking like vicious, right? Like punches and like there were screams, yells. I won't say who was screaming and yelling. But my mom, she comes in, she breaks it up. And I go to get my phone and I see that there was like a bunch of digits that I pressed and it had called. So I'm like, I called somebody. I hung up. It was not but like 5 seconds later, the phone rings. And I answer it and it says, "This is the police department. We heard screaming and yelling. Is everybody okay?" And I freaked out. I'm like, "Yes, sir. I was just wrestling." I forgot what I said, but he said, "Is there a parent or guardian there?" I'm like, "My mom." So I give the phone to my mom, and my brother and I are like sitting down right next to each other, just silent. And my mom is talking to this police officer. She hangs up the phone. She's like, "They're going to send a couple police officers out to check it out." I'm like, this is it. This is where I go to jail. All my plans for the future gone. So 2 cop cars show up at the house and they split my brother and I apart. They got our stories and then they took my mom's license. They took my license. And that's when I'm like, that's it. I have a record. I'm not going to be able to get a job after this. I'm going to jail. And so the cops left and they're like, just next time, don't call us whenever you fight. But that was it. And then all the neighbors were like, "Ooh, what are the cops doing at the Powell house?"
That's funny. I do remember that story.
Yeah, I have told you.
Yeah, I do remember it.
Yeah,
that's scary though.
It was,
especially as a 16-year-old.
As a teenager.
Yeah, it is scary. I've had a lot of run-ins with the law.
Good, not so good.
One time, I see so many stories about.
That's our hobby. Is storytelling.
That's so true. Our hobby is storytelling.
I do like telling stories. That's what my students say about.
I love talking.
Just talking.
I don't care.
I like stories. I like good stories.
I do.
Scary stories, funny stories.
Yeah, another key story actually. Yeah, I was fishing off the bridge, and
this in the Keys. I thought you meant like a key. Like really listen to this one.
No. The Florida Keys.
Yeah,
and I was like, the funny thing is, I had just turned old enough where you could be held accountable for the fish that you catch. Mm-hmm. So I was okay. I'm going to go fishing, and this time, I'm gonna, if I don't know if it's legal, I'm gonna try to do what's right because I don't want to get in trouble. And I had learned more about why they had those regulations and all that stuff. It's more to protect the fish.
Right.
I was like, okay, I want to follow the rules. Whatever. Okay, cool. But then I also wanted to try using live bait and cut bait. So I've heard that's really good. So I go to the bridge and I make my way down to the side and I see a whole bunch of little like small fish. I was like, little small fish, who cares? Like these aren't important fish. Like so I go and I'm catching them by hand. Like I just have like a little hook with a little bit of bread and I'm just bro, I pop out like 10, 12 of them. And I'm like, perfect. I put them in the bucket with some water. I didn't care if they lived or died because I was in casting
you were
live.
going to use them for bait.
Yeah, I was casting them alive while they were alive, and when they died, I'd use them as cut bait, and then just throw them in like, wait, whatever. Fishing away, having a great time, bro. Fish and Wildlife shows up, and those who you Florida people, that Fish and Wildlife don't play, dude. You can get in big trouble, really, really big trouble. But I was young. I was like 17, 18. Like I was very young. Like they could tell. So I'm fishing away, and they come in, and I'm like, oh, I've done nothing wrong, so I don't care. I'm just like talking normally to them because I know in my mind, I thought I had done nothing wrong. And they look at my bucket, and they're like, those are all illegal fish. Every single fish that I had in my bucket was an illegal fish. There was like by this time there's probably like 8 or 9 of them in there. I had already thrown other ones in or used them as bait, and they were all dead.
In the bucket?
In the bucket, they were all dead. And I was like, "What?" He's like, "This is like 2 felonies." No way. That's what he said. I don't know if it's true or not.
You think he was messing with you?
I don't know. He might have been. I have no idea. I believed every word he said. So he was like, "These are you have committed 2 felonies." He was like, oh, "I'm so sorry." He's like, "Let's try throwing them in and see what happens." So I take the bucket, I dump it from like the bridge or like 20 feet up in the air. Bro, they smack the water. Dude, all of them just floating on top. All dead.
Let's throw them in and see. What do you think's gonna happen?
Bro, they're already dead and they're making me throw them back in.
They were messing with you for sure.
I'm going to jail. Today is the day I go to jail. I was like, sir, honestly, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I was just there. I just caught him right down there. I thought there'd be no big deal, whatever. Yeah. So they had mercy on me. They're like, I don't have 2 felonies. That's why I can still teach. So they did. I think they did take my license, but they didn't do nothing about it. I think they just gave me a warning. I think they put me in the system to see if I do something.
You're
again.
an illegal fish catcher.
Yeah, I think they do. They do that sometimes where they'll put you in the system, no official like anything.
Yeah,
but they put you in there, so like if you do it again, then you can't
they
just say that you didn't know.
Yeah.
So, they taught me a trick. It's called Fish Rules. It's an app, Fish Rules app. And it works really well. You just Google and you try to find the picture of the fish if you're unsure, and it tells you what you need. So now I don't make those mistakes anymore.
That's right. You're a pro.
I never.
Are you sure?
I never break the law anymore about catching fish. So.
That's right. I'm sure.
But I'm not gonna publicly put down the internet.
Yeah, they're probably a good call. I do want to circle back though, because
what?
I know some of our listeners get a little frustrated if we don't circle back.
Yeah.
I understand it. But you were talking about speaking of FIU.
Yeah.
Full circle here.
Sorry, we got distracted by the cops. I don't even know how we got there, but I got asked. So that guy, I had a good relationship, and he actually asked for me by name. So he kind of works with our college and career pastor here at our church, and he asked the pastor for me and my wife. Specifically for me because he knew me, but he knew I was married, and it was for us to be on a panel along with my sister and some other people as well. Actually, my sister, one of the judges, and another one of the judges, Sebastian. That day, that panel was the same day as the judging.
Oh, that's right.
That's funny. So I saw him for the judging, and then I saw him for the panel, and then some other people, the Riveros. They were also part of the panel. So it was really cool. They had a bunch of different age levels with a bunch of different experiences, and it was on or like right after Valentine's Day. It was right after. It's the day after.
Yeah, the day after.
So it was about a bunch of stuff, but they had like some predetermined questions, like our testimony, stuff that we're working through, and then we also talked about God and our relationship with God, but then we also talked about our relationship with each other, and it was really cool. There was a lot of really awesome points brought up by everybody. They had some really, really cool questions. And I remember saying even there, sorry guys, I love to talk, so I will talk this whole panel time if you guys let me. So I'll try not to. But it was really awesome to just be there. A lot of stuff stuck out to me. I'm not gonna give you a whole play-by-play of everything unless you want to put a comment. If you want me to give you a complete play-by-play, maybe we'll do another video. Yeah. But what really stuck out to me was my age.
How so? Oh, like with seeing the kids there?
Seeing the college students.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I don't know if you've had these moments, but there are always like these key moments in my life where I realize, dude, I've aged.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I have those a lot. And a lot of that is kind of centered around college.
Yeah.
Like those college years, because I always looked up to like the college kids, because we lived in a college town. So I remember, the college kids are back. It's like, ooh, like the college kids, you know. And then being in college, it felt, it was just a good time, like, you know, a great time of life, great friendships. And then going back to the college, you know, like I'm going for recruiting, it feels so weird because it's like these kids, and just thinking like I would have taught all these kids that are here right now.
Yeah.
Like these are just babies.
No,
like,
these not just that. You have people who have graduated college already that you've taught.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I have.
That's true. So it puts it into perspective of how much you've aged.
Yeah, and time flies.
It's humbling.
And I was sitting there. It is humbling. You're right. I was sitting there and I was looking out and I was like, because they had the college students sign up because they get, I don't know what it is. They need to show that people are actually showing up to the group. And I still remember my FIU ID.
Oh, yeah?
So I logged in and I signed in.
You signed up for the class?
I signed up for the class.
Kind of like commenting on your own video.
I comment on my own panel. So
it was a great panel.
It was a great panel.
That hobby guy.
Yeah, amazing.
The best.
I'm always going to gas myself up. But I was just sitting across and I was like, wow, like this was me like just a few years ago. Yeah. Look how fast I have a kid. I'm almost 30 and I feel like I was just here. Yeah. Because in my mind, I felt like we were still similar. Like I wasn't that far away, but now I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I am so far away from where I was, and it's cool to see how time passes and how you mature and all that stuff.
For sure.
And it was cool. It was cool to answer those questions, but I have a regret.
What's that? Share.
I didn't plug the YouTube channel.
Dude, you had one job.
I should have.
You had one job.
If we can get college students watching us, then we're good.
Exactly.
That's all I do. Watch YouTube. That's all I do.
That's all I do. Currently. No.
I should have plugged it.
Next time you get the plug.
So, if you were at the panel and you're watching this video,
hey yo,
comment below.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That'd be pretty legit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I could not. There was like 13 people in that room.
You're right. Maybe that is their hobby.
Yeah.
I've just watched YouTube videos.
Yeah, I definitely have that hobby. I would say it's an addiction, not even a hobby.
What would your other hobbies be, would you say?
My other hobbies, spending time with family. I really like spending time with family. Spending time with friends. Hang out with you, with our other friends.
Aww.
Yeah. I'm more of a people person than a doing thing.
Social bug.
Yeah, I like being social.
Yeah.
Napping.
Snapping?
No, napping. Like sleeping.
Sleeping for
sure. That is definitely one of my hobbies. That's the best hobby. I do enjoy napping. But for me, I've really, really always been sports and video games or any type of games in general.
Yeah.
I will say video game has gone completely kaput. Like
I
don't play video games at all anymore. I just don't enjoy them as much as I used to.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that's maturity? Or
No.
just...
I feel like I just don't enjoy them. Maybe I just don't like the games. The games that come out, I just in general, maybe it is just because I'm getting older and more like critical of things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of it getting older. Like I just see I don't really like that, or but part of it is the time aspect too, because like you have to put in so much time to be good at the game.
Yeah.
So I'm only gonna put time into the games I really, really enjoy.
Yeah.
So, but basketball has always been a really good hobby for me, and I mentioned this earlier, but basketball was one of the things that helped me get through, like when I was really having hard like situations in my life where I didn't know what to do. Like
just go play ball.
I would get a basketball, and I'd put my headphones in, listen to Christian music, and play basketball, and like everything went away, and I could just think, just shoot, or like think about whatever happened, and just clear up my mind. So the hobbies helped me out a lot, especially basketball.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Would you say that's like your main sport then?
Basketball?
Yeah.
It's the sport I played the most.
Yeah, because I would say baseball is for me. Even though I enjoy basketball, baseball was definitely the sport I played the most, I would say.
Yeah, and you're pretty good at baseball.
Decent.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I love it. I've been playing since I could walk, basically. My dad got us started. Just hitting around, throwing around, and so I enjoy it. I played travel ball 2 years, so that was pretty fun. And then my brother started playing, so I had to go back. Had to go back to the minor leagues. But yeah, sports for sure. Just playing any kind of sports. Like we would play talking about stories, we played street hockey like in the
That's
winter.
Cool.
That was a lot of fun. But
like
then
on ice in the winter?
Well, on the road that was icy, yeah. Because the snowplow would go through and it wouldn't get all the snow. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of left the packed snow. So we would play on that.
But you would play like with skates or you
No, just shoes.
Just shoes.
Yeah,
But you would kind of slide a little bit or just
no. You'd still slide.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's really
cool.
So
it's fun. But there was one time
I'm from Miami, born and raised, so that's like novel.
But you've seen snow, right?
I've seen snow.
Okay.
I was in Alaska.
Oh, that's true.
It was like below 30 degrees, negative 30 degrees.
You were freezing your tail off.
It's on like 11 feet of snow. Yeah, I've seen snow.
Yeah. But one time we had the bright idea to pour water on our sidewalk.
Oh.
Like our place right next to the house. And as a science teacher, you know what happens with water as it freezes, right?
Expands.
Yeah. Which breaks the concrete. So there was a huge crack in our sidewalk. So in our patio. Tested you there. But yeah, just plain like my parents they would always be like, go outside and play. Like we didn't play a lot of video games growing up. My brother and I tried to hide it. So we would sneak off while everyone was watching TV. They still found us.
Yeah.
They'd be like, go outside and play. Mom, it's like 10 degrees outside. Take a coat. Go outside and play. Mom, it's raining. So?
Take a coat.
Exactly. No. It wasn't that bad, but we always were doing something.
Yeah.
So I enjoy playing sports. I like games as well, like board games. We did a lot of board games.
Yeah.
But
I love board games.
Even getting older, it's like you can't play basketball. We play basketball on Wednesdays, you know, so it's good. But baseball, we still try and talk about doing a summer league or playing baseball, but hardly ever happens. But golf is one thing I really enjoy.
Yeah, I can't get behind golf.
Because, I just have to beat my brother. That's all that matters. Which he'll put in the comments who actually wins, which you know who it is. But
do you actually win?
We're pretty much even.
Yeah,
I would say. I don't know. He may say differently, but I mean, whenever he's on, he plays well. Like he's better than me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty consistent. He sways more.
He sways more. Has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, and a floor, higher ceiling floor.
Yeah.
So he can play pretty well or he can play pretty off. But I just play bad.
Yeah,
always. So it just depends on his day. But it's kind of fun still playing a sport with him and being that competitive.
Yeah.
You know?
And I do like playing basketball too.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it is back up on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And then we do have a pretty cool hobby we're doing now. It's hanging out with our friend group.
That's right.
Where we're playing a tabletop game, and then we're also, for the first time, we played a computer game, which was fun. But
we've actually played like 2 tabletop games.
Correct.
Because one of our friends
is making one,
which is incredible.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Which I am going to go ahead and give a shout out to that because he's creating basically a D&D variant.
Yeah.
And he's putting in a lot of work, and it's really awesome. So if you like D&D, wait for the
because that's where it started.
Yeah.
But then, and he has a passion for it. So him making it, and we kind of test run it with him.
And it is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
You guys would be super excited for that release for sure. Yeah. We're excited for it. Yeah. We enjoy playing.
He's put a lot of work into it. He said, what, 2 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like, and he puts work.
Yeah. So that release is going to be awesome.
Yep.
And then we also got to play a game yesterday, which I really liked.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was so fun.
I loved, just because it was so simple.
Yeah. What was it called?
City of Heroes.
Oh, I was going to talk about the other one. Screen Cheat. I really liked Screen Cheat.
I thought you were talking about that one.
City of Heroes was fun.
Okay.
City of Heroes is like an MMO where you create your own superhero, and then
it was fun. It reminded me of college days.
Yeah. And I loved playing MMOs in college, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
that Screen Cheat was...
But Screen Cheat
I just wish
fun.
my controller worked better. But even... It didn't really make a difference.
I didn't know your controller was giving you problems the whole time.
It was a right thumbstick.
The whole time?
I couldn't move up or down. So I'd have to reset the screen at the beginning, and it would just say the same.
Oh.
Which probably actually helped me. Because I won the very first game, which I don't win any video games, especially against the friends.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because the concept, you can explain the concept.
The concept is that, I don't even know if people know about this because maybe...
They don't know.
They don't know about couch co-op. A lot of people play online now.
True.
But back when we were growing up...
in the day.
When I was young, there was online. But you would also play with people with you.
In the same room.
In the same room.
On the same TV.
On the same TV. So what would happen is that it would take the TV and cut it in half. Or depending on how many players you had, it could be all the way up to 4. And sometimes you'd play against your friends.
Right.
And what you do, so you'd be playing Call of Duty, and you would screen cheat, which is instead of just looking at your screen, you look at their screen to see where they're at and what they're doing and cheat.
Because you would look at their location, like what landmarks are around them, and you're like, okay, they're around this corner, so I'm just going to start firing as soon as I go around.
As soon as I go around.
And then everyone would be up, so, dude, you're screen cheating. Stop screen cheating.
Yes, everybody's screen cheating, bro.
It's part of the game.
So the game is completely based on that, where you have to screen cheat to win.
Because you don't see any characters on your screen where your crosshairs are. Yeah. You can't see
the opponents are invisible.
Right. So all you can see is the other people's screens and what they're looking at.
Exactly. So you have to try to shoot at them while they're invisible by identifying their landmarks. Exactly. And it was a lot of fun.
Because there'd be this statue, so I'd see Javi's screen, like I could see he was looking at the statue, so I'm like, okay, he's around here somewhere. So you just start firing and hope you hit him.
And then, but it was really fun, and it brought up a part of like my childhood that made me like be happy, like, and it was enjoyable because like one of my favorite things growing up was couch co-op, which is playing together the same game on the couch. That's what it's called, couch co-op. Yeah, and it was super fun. So I really, really enjoyed that game.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, along with City of Heroes, I really liked that too. But I especially liked Screen Cheat.
Yeah, I wish we had played more of that.
I wish we would have played more
all day long.
I could have played for another 3 hours just that.
Yeah,
it was so good.
But
yeah, find hobbies.
Yeah,
find something that you enjoy, something that's not work, something that you don't have to work hard to, but something that relaxes you. And the cool thing about hobbies is that it doesn't have to be something you do on your own. I think a lot of times we think of hobbies has to be, oh, this is what I do. But you can have hobbies that bring your family together, bring your friends together, right?
Or make new friends.
New friends. Yeah, because we made new friends over something that we've never played before.
That's true.
And we've made great friends from it. So so find yourself
hobbies.
A hobby.
Yeah, hobbies definitely go more than just the thing you're doing. You know, so we definitely want to hear your hobbies in the comments. Add in what you guys enjoy, and see what we should try. But always be looking for hobbies and for doing hobbies, because as you said, I think it is important to break away from the seriousness or the norm and find that enjoyment in different hobbies.
Yeah. And that actually brings something into my mind. So me and Ben have been flirting with the idea of going to 2 videos a week, where one video is what we're doing now on Tuesdays, where it's like us talking
every
about just different stuff. But then we want to do another one that is more fun focused. So if there's anything that you would like us to see us do, it could be talk about, but something that's generally more fun instead of like editing, what we're doing. Just generally, just enjoyment videos. If you want to see us do something like that, if you have anything you're interested, we have some ideas. We haven't decided on anything yet, so we would love your input if you had something.
Because honestly, I think that kind of goes to the very, very, very first talk we've ever had, where you shared one of your dreams has always been to do YouTube video in some specific areas. I don't know if you want to share, but and it's kind of like a little fun thing. Yeah, you know.
Which I hope is what we do. I don't want to share it because if it's what we do, I want it just to be a surprise.
Yeah. So I don't want to give it away. Yeah. But whenever I hear that, my mind goes back to like the very first idea that this kind of spawned from.
Yeah. So
was that comment? But definitely comment what you want to see us not just talk about, but do as well. That'd be fun.
Yeah. So
hope you guys enjoyed it. As always. Let's edit it.